This is map room on the first floor of Canal. This one I think might actually end up being the most difficult. Cause it's kind of really easy for them to walk on site here. So this hallway right here. I would put someone here to start and then kind of back up and play deeper in Coast Guard late round. And I would use Denari because you get the deployable there. And then you can use Denari from here all the way over to here. Then you can use one from this door across to over here. And then you can use one right here all the way across to the table over here. You can make the footholes with your shotgun. This little head hole is you can contest up top if you want, or someone can play up top if they wanted, or down below on the main stairs and get eyes through that right there. Or if you play up top, late round, you get eyes of sight to the default plan, which is at that table. You open up that completely, by the way, because you don't want them to just have any sort of cover or lack of visibility to someone planting right here, because this is like the default plant, is when you're most likely to plant. If you hear a plant going down over here, but you don't know where, wallbang this chair right here. Chair should be wallbangable. Yep. Yeah, it's wallbangable. And it's probably because their head is being blocked by it. So just wallbang that, try and get some shots into those at the plant, but I would take Denari to the nighttime here, make them clear your trips as much as possible. Once they get through all of that, and like they clear out all of your trips, and just back up and play off of your deployable. This deployable will give you a really good way to play off of for feet. Right here, even if the wall gets fully open, you can still play off of it. You can jump on top of it if you want to, like, quickly get him off of a plant. You go like this, shoot him off the plant, or you could just swing for a plant. You get this angle right here, which is really nice. And what it also lets you do is, through these holes that are up top, you can now sit behind your deployable, so you can head glitch all the way down the hall over there. Also, if you have any Denaris remaining, I would get some sort of trip system on these doors. Or like right here. I don't know where to go actually, but yeah, you can't really just put it across. But right here to the corner, right here could be good, or just across from that over there would be good. So those are some options for it. But yeah, the Denari, you can also make these head holes. You can help make the feet holes in this rotate right here. This rotate, I think it's nice, but you probably won't need it. You are visible from the window. But if they don't play the window, it could be nice just for you to get across the hall and over here to contest or fight off of if you need to. Over here, yes, Maloozy your top stairs, Maloozy your bottom stairs. You want this open, because if you close it off, then it is really easy for like Amara to just run in and plant really quick. Really common plant for Amara is to rush right here and get the plant down right here. So you need it to be open, so this person playing right here, which will probably be your Maloozy. Again, you have the shotgun, secondary shotgun, that's nice. You have your Maloozys to help you play and contest off of it. Can run around quickly, come over here and contest the person planting. You could have the head hole if you want to contest upper, or you could just leave the fill holes across, so if they challenge you, you can fight the feed. You have the option of that. I think this is really aggressive, but if they are like working for control of this, then it can be nice to open it up and make them like really scared that you're there. Also back up on this wall to peek, so you're not visible from the window too much. And right back here is usually pretty safe. In this area, you just got to be careful of them looking up and over the window, and I think there's... Actually, I think you're safe, but they can get an angle up and over this that you gotta be careful of. So playing back is usually safer. You just contest from back here. You have your Maloozys, you'll know if they're there or not. You have your site player. You see we have 6 reinforcements, so I would say you could take the Kate or some sort of wall denial. Valk could also play this just so you get cams on site. The whole floor is soft of anywhere they could plant. They could plant on the table and then you wouldn't be able to get them. But anywhere on the floor, you could drop the hatch and go under in C4. late round. That's also why I have that hatch open to start, is so late round someone can drop the hatch really quick and get C4 off to wherever they see it. So I think Valk could be really good for that. I would take the Denari, I would take the Melusi, I would take the Valk. A Rooney would also be a good option to sit here. With this, they get a lot of angles that they can kind of watch and keep track of. I think one of the really good angles is, yeah, this angle right here. The DMR. I think that's really good. You leave both of these open because, again, you don't want them to give anything that they can plant on. So you have to open both of them up. It makes this bomb site really hard to attack and really hard to defend. So it is basically up to which team has the better plan, which team has better gun skills. It's very gunfight heavy because it's very, or I guess has lack of dimension to it. It's one-dimensional. Kind of just funnel through the stairs over here, they funnel through the hallways over here, or maybe they go up these stairs here. But you could have someone play in here if no one's on these windows, and you can tuck right here and wait for feet. Or you could play back over here in this area, unlike Valk or something, with help your Melusi keep track of what's happening on the stairs and play off the Melusis. You guys can get really good crossfights or crossfires on them and play off of each other a lot of the time. If they're pushing yellow, like, you could either play off of Melusi's contact or you could play off of Valk's contact. Either way, anyone walking up from yellow with both of you guys here should be dead as long as this player plays his part. If this person overextends, then they will get 1v1. You gotta be careful of that. Up here, it's a little different. They can kind of just sit here and isolate the 1v1 okay. You gotta be ready for that and careful of that. But I have it all open right now. I couldn't decide which side I wanted to reinforce and which side I wanted to have the rotate on. I think probably put the reinforcement here, I would imagine. Just because now you can kind of sit right here in this area without getting shot in the back. You have all these different angles to work with without being shot from anyone on the stairs. I'm also worried that anyone pushing down these stairs, yes, they see fully into sight, but if you don't see fully into sight and the reinforce is on this side, then they can kind of just vault over and sit right here, and now they're just waiting for something to happen. They're right here, and you have no good way of clearing them out unless you coordinate like Melusi and Valk swinging at the same time, which could still go wrong because they're still looking like have both. Like, they could be very easily fry both of you guys off the angle. It's a bad gunfight to take. So if you were to put the reinforcement out on this left side, you can kind of play up this table a little bit. If you want to. You have 5 extra reinforcements, so late round, you could just reinforce it off. You could also have someone start up top, contest up top a little bit, and then fall off to here and reinforce. So that is a little option. You can kind of do the same thing down below. You can maybe contest down below a little bit and then fall off. Either go this way into radio or go this way through the rotate. I guess either way, giving them come here kind of suck. Because you could just kind of walk down. Let's say here. But that'll take longer and they'll make more noise than if they're just round the corner all. We'll have to go all the way down. But I guess I'm not really sure which side you'd want it on. You could also now contest off of this breach late round too. Like, you could have a road DMR, for instance, like all the way back here and get some long angles. Yeah, I guess do whatever you want here. You can leave it fully soft, you can fully open it, do whatever you want, however you want to play it. I think it's fine. You just got to be aware of what you're doing, obviously, and how it can be used against you. So I'd have your Denari stalling for time over there. I would have some sort of site player here. I don't think Valk's a bad option because it can go down to basement late round in C4. So that could be good. I would put a Melusi or a Rooney in a radio. And probably the other can play the stairs area. If a zombie's up, maybe take a zombie to stairs just to block off angles. Playing stairs is really strong. How this site works is highly dependent on how they play. So if you know they're trying to funnel in over here, and like all of these windows are safe, and then play around these windows, play this whole site. If you know no one is pushing up here and it's still barricaded lay around, then hold up here. If no one goes on this repeller, breaks that window open, then you can play close on this if you want. You can kind of walk around this whole site for free if no one contests this window at all. Even this window, or the Skybridge windows too. I guess some backup options that I was thinking about was Pulse and Scopos. Scopos could just cause chaos on the other side of the map and then swap back when needed. They could leave like their Scopos right here. You'd also give you eyes to anyone pushing yellow, but it could get destroyed pretty easily by anyone pushing yellow. I think someone to play in basement, maybe that's your Pulse, just stall for time in basement. If they ignore you, then you C4 under. I think your Meluzi's pretty good. I think you definitely lock in Denari for the stalls for time over there. You could also bring Clash, but I recommended Clash on all like the other bomb sites too, pretty much, because they're good on this site. But it works the same Clash here. Like if Clash is here, I would say play Clash, but I just don't really think you can expect Clash to be on that board that long. So I said Denari is the backup. It also gives you the deployable right here. So, but if it's on the board, take Clash, play this doorway. Like, just stay right here and can pass anyone pushing. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Then you can kind of just back up once you start really getting pressed with the throwing nades, and you can play in here now, or play in this doorway or whatnot. I don't know. I guess in this position, Clash or Denari, I think realistically it's going to be a Denari that ends up playing here. In this bomb site, I would say the Valk or the Rooney would be good. Over here, I would say Meluzi or a Rooney is good to play in this area. I think you need the Meluzi. I think you should have maybe the Valk. If you have a pulse downstairs, maybe you don't need the Valk, but definitely have the option for at least losing track. Clash, Valk or Rooney, Meluzi or a Rooney here. You could have someone play your stairs here, some sort of trap op like Thorn, very deployable. Azamis would also be a great option to play here because you can just block off all angles. You could block off lower. Like you could throw in right here so they have to fully walk around the corner to see instead of just being able to hold something like this on the door. So Zami would make that really good. Your last player, I would either have a scope of stall for time on that side of the map, or I would have a pulse under, stalling for time under on this side of the map. This one is like I'm least sure of. I feel like both first floor bomb sites are weird and enough to defend that it was worth talking about both of them, and I would rather have an idea if we do want to decide to go here. But I think this one is probably the worst and least straightforward to defend. But I guess this recap is just for me at this point, but Denari and Clash over here, a Rooney or a Valk in Lounge, a Rooney or Meluzi in Radio Room, like an Azami or a Thorn, or like Smoke could even be good here on these stairs. This power position, Smoke to stall for time, and then you have the shotgun to work with, could be really good. And your last, I would take Pulse or Scopos, so you could stall for time either under, and if they don't play under, you could use your C4 in this whole area, or you could go Scopos and cause chaos on the other side of the map. And then this right over here, kind of up to you what you can do with it. However, the side player right here wants to play it, really. But that is maybe what I'd do for this bomb site. Honestly, not too sure, but that is how it makes sense in my mind, and hopefully it works for us in game if we decide to go here.